Hey guys, I'm Lorenzo Bonder, and I'm one of the commentators for the iRacing Nürburgring 24 Hours, powered by BCO in partnership with Radio Le Mans. I'm going to be commentating the latter half of the first half of the race, so hour 6 to hour 12, and I want to take you to a quick lap. Basically, this would be the starting lap for all the cars, and more specifically the GT category. So I'm going to be taking you in a quick lap around the Nürburgring Nordschleife 24-hour layout in the Audi R8 LMS GT3 car. And in the time of day, it's currently noon, so the track is a little bit hot, but still not going to affect that. I'm not here to measure skills. I'm going to be here to show you around the track. With that being said, let's go into the simulator, right? Alright, we're here at the track, and with that being said, I'm gonna take the camera away because I already done this lap. As you can see, I'm gonna get a black flag. You might hear from the spotter, but you might not hear because of my voice. I'm gonna be commentating the lap, and I'm gonna be taking that black flag away and just coming and doing the for normal lap. It would be the first lap out of the cars when they launch and get the green flag. Without much further ado, I'm gonna take the webcam away and let you guys into the track. So here we go. Ignore that, and here we go. So cars will launch just about this section, but when they do the full lap, they're gonna be basically right about 180 to 200 kilometers already, and getting into 250 right at the entry of the Yokohama S, which is this right hand side. Because it's the 24-hour layout, it's cut out. I kept it into first gear, but I recommend second gear because, as you can see, the cars just step out in the first lap. The tires are still cold. Now fifth, midway through fourth, nearly into fifth, as you go down into the Valvoline Curve, set the car into the inside, downshift into second. You can stay in third when the car is properly heated, and into the fourth curve, use the green area on the runoff as you set up into Dunlop, which is this downhill right-hander. You see the cobblestones, brake the car, throw the car into the inside, keep that car onto the inside midway point of it, then you can accelerate and use the green runoff area so you can get maximum traction acceleration. Marcus Schumacher over here, same drill. Stick it on the inside and then ride the green curbies on the outside and the inside. Michelin, you're gonna brake it right as you see the green AstroTurf for the 100-meter board. Clip it on the inside part of the curbing and set up for Warsteiner. Same drill. Find the late apex over here and maximize the usage of the car on the outside. Advenbogen, as you come down into this right-hand curve, and we set up for the NGK chicane on the uphill. Brake just before the 50-meter board. Down into fourth. Stay with the car on the inside, and you're gonna get a small runoff area as we head into the forest. Third gear, maybe second, as you're gonna be using the full length of the track, and we downshift in second. I don't clip the apex over here. It's kind of I would say off camber as we go into Hatzenbach. Fifth gear, lift on the gas so you don't overdrive the car and you don't overclip that cobblestone. Down into third, this is a tricky section that you can set off the car under braking, and this part, don't clip way too much the car on the outside. You can see the car step out, it kind of bumps, and the suspension travel will just go haywire. As you go over here, this is the bridge section. As we set up the car into Flugplatz, which is the right-hander fifth gear turn. I lifted a little bit so the car doesn't step away. If you go into sixth, it just understeers and the car is gone. Cottonborn is just this left-hand section. Downhill, the car will reach about 270 on this accelerator, on this velocimeter. Into Schweinenkreuz. Lift the car, keep it under sixth gear, and brake into Ironburg. It's late apex, so find that apex just before the bridge. Full usage of the track, and now we're into the foxhole. This is an easy part. You can relax a little bit over here, about 10 seconds. Big compression on the left hand side. It affects the suspension and travel of the car. Downshift into the Adenauer Forst, which is a very tricky section for braking. Downshift into second. Keep midway into the inside part. Don't go way too wide, you lose a little bit of time. Full usage of the track on the way out. Let's get started. This is right next, fifth gear turn. Tap it on the brake, keep the car throttle for control all of it, and then down brake, now shifting third and brake it into what will be the Colin Hart section, just this right-hander. Downhill right-hander, late apex, find that apex, accelerate out of it, and go into fourth. A little bit of a lift, otherwise the car just steps out because of the fast changing sections over here. Same as well, the small tap on the brake, and we prepare for Vresiphon, which is the slowest part of the track. Big braking zone, the car just gets real loose. It's easy to lose the control of the car. I kept it into second, you can go into first for maximum torque and acceleration out of it. Right side bridge is just right next. Downshift into third, let the car roll on the inside. Set up for the left hand as you go into X Müller. Right now, this uphill right-hander, if you go way too late, it offsets the car, so it oversteers on the exit. Niki Lauda corner is just right next. You're going to be going into fifth gear. Full throttle, no need to lift it, as you now lift and brake on the back wheel. Late apex, right all the way down to the outside, and this is the uphill pedal to the metal section of the Nordschleife. Kasserschen is just right next, as we're gonna upshift into sixth gear and still stay on the gas. Always stay on the gas, always full throttle. Over here is a very tricky section to actually be under traffic because the car is uphill. It is fast changing parts, so you go into Mutkurve. Fifth gear, use the car for throttle and also traction control. You gotta downshift into this right-hander because we cannot do it full throttle. If we do it, we're gonna be on the grass. Klostertal is gonna be right over here, downshifting to second. Just as you see the curbing, the red and white curbing on the left-hand side. Now it's set up in the carousel, the most fun part of the track. Downshift into second, maybe first. I'm gonna keep it into second on this one. Stay within the concrete and full throttle on the way out. Now we're gonna be going to Hohe Acht, the highest part of the track. So we're gonna go uphill, downshift into third. You can downshift it forward just before you could the Hohe Acht and then third. Hedwig's Hohe is just right now. You're going to the left hand side into Wippermann, which is a very fast fourth gear right hand turn. If you do it wrong, you can offset the car. Use the curbing on the inside so you can attack aggressively and just mind the curbing on the outside. Big compression, I understeered the car a little bit. The car will clip the glass slightly as we prepare the car into Asbach and Brüchen. Asbach is just right now. We're gonna set the car into Brüchen anytime now, which is the YouTube corner that everybody loves to see cars go crashing. I use the inside part. I go for a small clip on the curbing on the outside as going to ice curve. Third gear, I offset the car a little bit because I clipped the inside part of the curb on the uphill left-hander. Platzkachten is just over here. We're gonna lift, going to fourth, small braking, and then 50 to 75% acceleration all the way out. And then once we go into this downhill left-hander, then it's full acceleration. Sixth gear, now Stefan Beloff S. The car gets a little bit loose, especially with the worn out tire on the late part of the stint. Schwalbenschwanz is just right now, so downshifting to third. You can get tricky right here, especially into the night section as you go into the mini carousel. No matter what, the car will get a little bit of a jump and offset the car a little bit, so mind the throttle on the way out. Golgenkopf is just this right-hander, double right-hander. You set up the car all the way down, full pedal to the metal into the Dorigenhohe. Longest, one of the longest part of the track, nearly 1.1 kilometers off full tarmac, so the car will reach about 270, maybe 280 under the draft, maybe 285 if you actually get the full draft all the way down from the start to as we go into the Antoniusbrücke, which is this left hill downhill left-hander, and then Tiergarten, which is this very tricky section. You're gonna be lifting the car, maybe braking a little bit, managing braking and acceleration. Arena. Chicane is right over here. Right hand, left hand. You can even clip the right hand chicane to set up the car on the outside and exit it. And that's a full lap around the Nürburgring 24-hour layout. I'm Lorenzo Bonder, and if you want to know more and want to see more of this, tune in tomorrow for the iRacing Nürburgring 24 Hours powered by VCO, brought to you by RacePod and Radio Le Mans. And that's it, everybody. Bye-bye.